today. Our next guest knows a thing or two about following your heart. After Vannessa Vasquez stopped getting in her own way, her career took off and she's been soaring ever since. Her latest film, Say a Little Prayer, shows her skills in front of and behind the camera.
Follow the tradition that we have upheld for generations.
Saint Anthony, the saint you pray to when you lose your car keys?
I want to see the prayer. Me too.
Amen! You still haven't told us what your mystery man's name is yet.
When you see a painting and you have that connection with the artist, it's magic.
Vannessa stars in the lead role with Grammy Award-winning artist Luis Fonsi. She was also a consultant on the film. With other projects, she's been a producer. Vannessa joins us with details on this rom-com. But first, we want to get the script to her life and how she got from Houston to Hollywood. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thanks for never forgetting about home.
Of course, this is my home.
Yeah, you were born in Galveston, raised in Richmond. We say you're from Houston.
Oh yeah, anywhere around. You're H-Town, baby.
Yeah, H-Town, baby. All right. You're the first to be born in the U.S. in your family. Your parents came from Mexico.
Yes, my mom, she came as a single mother from Monterrey, Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You were a quiet and shy student at first, but things changed. You know, we oftentimes say to parents who have shy, quiet students, get them involved in things that will get them out of their shell. And one of the best things is when you're looking at plays and theater and art and expression, because they can become somebody else even when they're not comfortable in their own self, and then eventually become their own self.
Yes, and that's exactly what happened to me. A teacher, when I was in 6th grade, pushed me to read this play and to perform it in front of class, and it was Huckleberry Finn, and I remember I was so excited that I got to play this part. I had this like little sprinkle of like, I don't know what it was that came over me, and the acting bug hit me, and I was just in theater class after that, and it really got me out of my shell.
Yeah.
So it's
You're also a big fan of All American Girl, which exposed you to just different things.
The cultures, you know, the way they would dress, and that I was just so fascinated with the cultures and where do people come from, right? And what makes them who they are, and in terms of language and environment and tradition. So I'm a big fan of culture.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in Houston, like we're the most diverse city in the country.
Yeah.
You took theater classes and you continued those through college. You went to U of H. You got your red on.
Yeah.
Right? Not just for
Cougs.
Valentine's, but for the Cougs as well. Your degree was in psychology and theater, and those two really kind of go together on the track that you were going of trying to understand characters and people and cultures.
Yeah, and so I really wanted to do theater, right? I think I always wanted to move to LA and like give it a shot, but I think I always kind of battle with, is it a real career, right? Can I do this? Is this something for me? So
you feel the society norms, and that is, no, Mija, what you need to do now is get a real job, get married, and start having kids.
Yeah, I did all that, graduated, you know, I even got married, and I was like, am I living my dream, or is this society's dream for me?
Yeah.
Right? And for me, it's just things kind of fell apart, and I just saw that as an opportunity for me to follow my dreams in LA, and I left.
Was that scary for you? Because I know there are a lot of people who are stuck.
Yeah, it was so scary because I'm Mexican American, and our traditions with our family are so strong. It's like you don't go anywhere, nobody leaves the tribe. We're all staying here. We have to know what you're doing at all times. Yeah. And so, but I got the blessing from my abuelita, my grandma at that time, and my grandparents, and they said, "You're doing the right thing. Follow your heart." So as soon as they told me that, oh my God, I got chills on.
They gave you permission.
Yeah, they said, "Go ahead, do it," and I finally just like took off.
Yeah, and you took off in a big way. You attended the Stella Adler Acting Conservatory on full scholarship, by the way.
Yeah.
And just to give people an idea of what that conservatory is like, Robert De Niro, Salma Hayek, Selma Blair, and Al Pacino also went there.
Yes, I know, and they were some of my favorite, actors, and to get a scholarship to go there again, I just saw that as another green light from the universe, that maybe I don't come from a rich family, but the universe will help you, or God will help you to follow your path somehow, and things will align for you.
How many times did you question, did I make the right decision? Do I go back to that 401k and that other job that you had in oil and gas, right?
You know what? There was moments when it became really difficult of like, is this for me? But I think the biggest thing that my grandma taught me was faith, right? That you have to have faith in yourself, have to have faith in God, have to have faith in your heart, your dreams, and that always kept me aligned. And them too. They would call me and they're like, "We're praying. We're gonna pray for you, and this is gonna go away." These
well,
negative
those prayers work because you had your first big break with Islos High, the Hulu series.
Yeah, yeah. After 2 years, which is crazy because I gave myself 2 years. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this for 2 years, and if nothing happens, then I'm gonna go back. And I did actually come back. I came back, and then I got a call to come back to LA, and they said, we want you to be this play the lead part in this Hulu series. And I was like, oh my God, it happened. So yeah, I was on it for about 4 years.
And you got to spread your wings, not only in front of the camera, but you were also producing some episodes as well.
Yes, because I just felt like, it was such a pioneering show, especially for American Latinos and Hulu, that I was contributing a lot. I was just helping out, like bringing actors, whatever we could, because I was so passionate about telling our stories.
And speaking of telling your stories, you got to do a project that was really personal for you, and you were able to, the storyline kind of matched your life.
Yeah, it did. Would say a little prayer.
Oh no, the one where you played the young Mexican American woman searching for your father in Monterrey.
Oh yes,
and your family's from Monterrey.
Yes, it's called La Sangre Llama, The Blood Calls. I wrote and produced that with my cousin Ivan Garcia, who is a director in Monterrey, Mexico. And one day I was over there and I said, I want to tell this story. We wrote it and Phil produced it, and yeah, we put it in film festivals and it got in. And
your real dad took part in this.
And my real dad took part in this. So I didn't meet my biological father till I was 17, and I went to Mexico to look for him. And it was just a story about an American girl going to Mexico, and he just so happened to, play the part. Well, we made him.
yeah, you made him play the part. Yeah, but that is so cool. That's as real as it gets, right?
Yeah.
All right. So your latest project, Say a Little Prayer, which is a rom-com. Again, goes back to one of the things that you want to do is show Hispanics in the culture, but yet the messages are all universal. We have a tendency to divide people out and think, oh, if you're Hispanic, you have to play a specific Hispanic role, right? If you're Black, you have to play a specific Black role. No, you play human roles.
Right, and that's what I loved about Say a Little Prayer. It's a universal theme of searching for love in a fun, light way, and also like the Tejano culture, right? That here in Texas, everyone is a part of. I feel like no matter what cultural background you come from, everyone somehow puts on boots and a hat and they go to the rodeo.
Yeah, right.
They go eat Tex-Mex food, and all of a sudden everyone's Tejano.
Yeah.
So,
hola, Vannessa, ¿cómo estás?
Where's my margarita? So, like, I thought it was such a beautiful thing that we could bring that to the world, right? And why we love this part of Texas so much, and that we're all searching for love.
Yeah. And your co-star is somebody who's we know in music, but now in film.
Yes. He was so great to work with, Luis Fonsi, which he just won a Grammy, by the way, which is amazing. And he was so fun and light, and he had done some soap operas before, so it was easy for him to transition into rom-com style.
What's next for you?
Well, I'm producing and writing, and so hopefully we'll keep doing the same thing, right? Creating more American Latino stories, which I feel is just American stories, right? We're all contributing to the storytelling.
And a different storyline, because we know what we see in the news right now is one storyline, and it is a real storyline, but there's so much more to it.
There's so much more to our stories, and we need to be the ones to create them, right? Because it's our life, our experiences, and when we put in that authenticity, people resonate with that. They're like, oh my God, I love that film. And then after a while, you don't even know it's just a particular people or culture. It's just human beings telling a story about love.
And that's the beauty of film, is that I think film is responsible for breaking down barriers for decades now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by
Thank
here.
you. I'm such a huge fan of you, by the way. Congratulations on everything.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I always love when grown-ups say, I grew up watching you. And I was like, how old am I now? But no, thank you. You see what happens.
I've been following you for a while.
When your kids watch
I'm
Great Day, you see how
you.
successful they become. Thank you so much, and please stop by again when you're in town again.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Say a Little Prayer will be available to stream tomorrow, Valentine's Day, on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. To learn more, visit greatdayhouston.com. Wait, one more thing. I'm sure there's some people you should say good morning to right now.
Good morning to Houston and my family and everyone, all the producers, all of my fans. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, because you know the abuelitas and everybody were like, wait a minute, say good morning to me. All right.
Yeah, no, my grandfather just passed, so but he's such a huge influence in my life. But yeah, thank you.
Your grandfather's right here.
Yes.
He's right here.
Thank you.
All right.